Hey, this is Dills here from D & Company Promotions, and you are listening to You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
Threshold Brace Productions.
Hey, what up, though? Welcome to another episode of You Can't Sit With Us Radio, featuring myself, Ellen Duchess. About to hold it down again, as always. Before we start the show, let me give a shout out to DJ X out of Atlanta, Georgia. If y'all don't know who he is, go follow him on IG at DJXATL. And Facebook, he got like 20 damn pages, but follow him at DJXATL. He got a new custom t-shirt line about to drop very soon. I'm a part of that, so go support it. You need custom t-shirts or anything, yeah, go support. So I'm a part of that. So very soon, I'll be posting links and websites pretty soon. But as always, we keep the dopest guests on the show. Today is like no other. We have Dutchess on the show, born and raised here in Nashville, Tennessee. She's an actress, model, TV host, and I'm glad to have her on the show today. How you doing today?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Did I miss anything in your intro?
No, that's pretty much it.
You sure? you can flex on them if you want to.
No, I'm born and raised here in Nashville, which I guess it's strange these days. I think it's strange that not everybody is born and raised in Nashville.
Yeah, I am.
I started modeling at I said like 20, 21. I'm 26 now.
Okay.
I played tennis for like 15 years, and that's how I made it. Like, that's how I got my scholarship to go to college. But I finished at TSU, and when I came back to Nashville from Texas, I decided that I wanted to take my modeling seriously. So I started my own modeling organization, and after I graduated, I just continued modeling by myself and decided that I also wanted to get into acting and back into TV hosting.
Okay. All right, so before I ask you more questions, let's start the show off with a topic real quick.
Okay.
So growing up, what was probably your favorite cartoon to watch?
Oh. It either had to be like Powerpuff Girls or Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was my stuff.
I love
yeah.
Scooby-Doo. Okay,
I used to have the books and everything.
I'm a 90s baby, so pretty much all of the cartoons, but yeah. I love Looney Tunes.
You watch any cartoons now, adult cartoons?
No, I hate adult cartoons.
Oh, you do?
I just feel like cartoons should not be cussing.
Oh.
I feel like it just ruins the whole thing for me.
So no Family Guy?
Oh,
man.
I don't understand why people like Family Guy. It's just so sad. I was just like, why are these cartoons just so vulgar? I don't know. It just,
I love the Boondocks, though.
Okay, wait. I do love Boondocks. I guess it's because like it's real. It's got like a real undertone to it, and a lot of stuff it's like funny because it's like the truth.
Yeah.
So I can do.
Have you ever seen the R. Kelly episode though? You seen that? Oh, it's hilarious. You gotta see that.
My favorite is the Pimp Named Slickback.
Cat. I love that episode.
And the chicken epidemic when they was all gonna die from fried chicken. Yeah. So.
That was hilarious too. Yeah, they have some funny episodes. All right, so is your real name Dutchess?
No, my real name is Jade.
Right. How did you get the name Dutchess?
I am really into like any throwback era. So I love the 40s and the 50s. Marilyn Monroe, Sophia Loren, Dorothy Dandridge, all of those people. And I thought it was interesting that a lot of them didn't use their real names. So like a lot of people don't know that like Marilyn Monroe's real name is Norma Jean.
Okay.
So, and I was like, I kind of wanted to feed off of that era and decided I wanted to use a name that represented who I wanted to become.
Okay.
So like, I didn't want to say like princess or like queen because I feel like that's, overplayed. But I did want to have a sense of like royalty behind my name because that's how I always wanted to carry myself.
Okay.
So then I just looked it up. I was like, I just need a name. So I was like, Duchess. That'll work.
I know you spell it with the CH. I know a lot of people spell it TCH.
I was just like, the T, it just don't look right. So I just took it out.
Okay. So how did you get started in modeling and acting?
I always just had a passion for entertainment, and it was really messed up. People were always like, you could be a model if you were taller. I'm like 5 feet. So, and then I just decided, I was like, why can't I model? Like, why is there a stigma for being short. So I just kind of studied the craft and created my own way. I just started acting maybe like 2 years ago, seriously. Doing like little commercials here and there. But I like that I started off with modeling first so I could find like my grounding, like who I wanted to be, what my look was, because acting is like a whole different thing.
Okay.
Like it's a whole different ball game.
So how do you prepare for a film or a photo shoot?
So a shoot is a little bit different than a film, and depending on what the film is, of course I gotta work out and eat moderately decent, because you want to look good in front of the camera either way. But when you prepare for a film, you're preparing to be another person. So you got to study. So I have a new film that I wrote, and it's going to come out pretty soon. It's called The Key, and I play a witch. Okay. So I have to play a teenager that lost her parents. So you have to kind of psychologically get into the mind of that person and kind of study okay, well, what happens to people when their parents die young and stuff like that. So the preparation is similar, but it's a little bit more mental on the acting side.
Okay. So talk about that A Place for You film that you started.
I loved that. Someone reached out to me on Facebook. His name is Caleb. He was from I forgot the name of the school. It was like a Christian school, and he asked if I wanted to be in a short film. So we did it in 24 hours. We shot everything in one day, and then they had to edit everything within 6 hours, which for film is not a whole lot of time. People take months and months to edit. But the storyline was about a young mom, and I played the mom who I had a miscarriage, and I decided that I was going to adopt a little girl. And so I adopted this little girl, and she was white. And the girl had lost her mother, and then pretty much I died later on, and she found this letter that I wrote to her. And it was, it was a Christian theme, so it was like God never leaves you. Even if you're going through this, it's for a reason, and that you're never abandoned. So it was amazing to do that because I was working with this little girl, and we were both so nervous. I was like, "Are you nervous?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, me too. Good." But it was fun, and I liked that there was an undertone where you could talk about God and your beliefs and relay that message without having to be overly spiritual. Okay. We got first place too.
That's good. That good. I actually watched it probably a few hours ago.
Yeah,
it's really good. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I know you got a new film, Stand Up. So what's that gonna be about? I watched the trailer of it too.
That was fun. So my favorite characters to play are mean girls or the bad girls, because it's just fun. You have a reason to go there, or to go that extra mile and be crazy. But in my organization, I had a lot of girls that were bullied. I had a lot of girls that were really insecure because people had picked on them and all this other crazy stuff. So I decided that, okay, I want to play a mean girl, and I want to, kind of relay this message that you don't have to be bullied. Because I'm Polly Pocket size, but I was never bullied. That was just, that was not going to go.
That's good.
But it's about a girl who was bullied or is being bullied, and at one point in time, she wants to kill herself because suicide is a real thing that's going on. And, she decides, that's not the way to go, and she's not going to let people who are insecure ruin her life.
Okay.
So we did all that in it's like a 10-minute film.
Okay.
But it was fun. We did that one in 24 hours too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that out yet, or
not yet? I kind of want to release everything kind of almost back to back.
Okay.
So I have The Key is the sci-fi film that I wrote that is still being edited in post-production now. So I want to, release this one and then kind of have a little series of stuff. So I'm trying to, make it flow.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So where do you get your inspiration from?
Let's see.
Or what keeps you motivated to?
I'm a big kid. I'm like a 5-year-old on the inside. And I say that because children have the biggest imagination, and they don't have any, bounds to what they can believe. And I think that helps me be able to create and write. I love Disney, but then I'll turn around and watch like Scarface and Godfather. Okay. So I'm just kind of all over the place with it. But my inspiration just comes from day-to-day things as far as like the message that I want to get across. But I'm also just very creative in the fact that I love, sci-fi or westerns or whatever it might be, because in film and when you're a writer, nobody can tell you what you can't write or what you can't do. So, yeah.
You got a favorite movie of all time?
Yeah, it's like a top 20 list, but it's okay. I have two, which they're like on opposite ends of the spectrum. I love The Preacher's Wife.
Okay, yeah, seen that.
Okay, but then I love Gone with the Wind.
Okay, I've seen it too. Okay.
Which I know that, most black people are not fond of the movie. But then I realized, like, where my perspective was. I wasn't watching it from, slaves or this or that. I was watching it from, like, a theatrical standpoint. The colors of the film, the way the costumes were, the dialogue of it. And so I realized from an early age that I, like, broke down films. So I'm really into, like, costuming and different eras and how hair and makeup was different back then. So two opposite ends. Okay. Gone with the Wind and Preacher's Wife.
Have you ever seen Crash before?
No.
You seen that?
What is that?
It's really good. It's about racial tension in the world. It's got Terrence Howard, Ludacris.
It sounds like I'm late.
Yeah, it's a while ago. It's a really good movie though. I like that and Takers.
Okay, I've seen Takers. Yeah.
I like that movie too. So as far as music, who you like listen to?
I'm a 90s baby. Anything from the 90s. One of my favorite all-time singers is Aaliyah. I put Aaliyah on and just play it, repeat, like I just heard it for the first time. But I also love Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Okay. So I like singers, not singers. You got to be able to, drop all the instrumentals and just be able to sing. Yeah. So that's true. The 90s is my genre though. Okay. Anything from the 90s. That goes for R&B, and then I love like Britney Spears. Okay, and NSYNC. So I'm just that whole era.
Okay. You got any favorite rappers?
Tupac.
Okay.
Classic. His music is still relevant today. The topics that he talked about are still, alive and real. So, nobody beats Tupac for me.
Okay. All right, so let's take a break in the show real quick, and let's get into some music. This is a remix that I did with my producer, Nike's Music, a.k.a. Threshold Brace Productions. Taylor Dahlia, Straitjacket remix, and we'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
All the dirty voices in your head, they tell you how to talk me into bed. They say, baby, I should leave and let you be. But the devil on my shoulder disagrees. He says, sadistic, addictive, our love is twisted. We're fucked up, wrapped up, committed and wicked. Our love is twisted, we're wrapped up. Straitjacket. hazy, too fucked up, wrapped up. Well, maybe we're happy, maybe we love being wrapped up. Sadistic, addictive, our love is twisted, we're fucked up, wrapped up, committed and wicked. Our love is twisted, we're wrapped up. Straitjacket. No. We're fucked up, we're wrapped up, too fucked up, too wrapped up, we're sadistic, addictive, our love is twisted, we're wrapped up. Straitjacket.
Hey, welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. We still got Duchess on the show. So, Duchess, I want to have some fun with you real quick. So I got
Okay.
like 5 questions. I
Okay.
call these my random, bizarre-ass questions.
Oh, Lord.
They have nothing to do with nothing. It's something I come up with, do a week and
Okay.
online. You give me an answer and then you explain your answer to me.
Okay.
All right, my first one, I'm going to start you off easy right
I'm
now.
nervous. Oh, Lord.
All right. What's one thing you refuse to share?
Nothing. I'm pretty open. I don't
Okay.
care.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I'm
Um,
pretty open.
Are you a vegetarian at all?
See, okay, at one point in time, I was like a half a vegetarian, like a part-time vegetarian. So, I wouldn't eat meat Thursday through Sunday.
Okay.
And it actually was a lot healthier for me because I had all of my shoots on the weekends. So, you know, I didn't want to look like the gecko and bloated and whatnot. So, yeah. But then that failed because I used to work at Hooters
Okay.
and then chicken wings.
Okay.
And that was about it. That was the end of that.
All right, so my question is to you. Do you think vegetarians should be allowed to eat animal crackers?
I don't think vegetarians eat animal crackers. I mean, I guess they could, you know.
I mean,
But-
I don't know. They put the word animal in it for a reason.
I think that's just the shape. But my brother
Maybe.
is a vegan. Like, he's a hardcore
Okay.
vegan.
Okay.
You know, and that's why I can, you know, kind of say that because they're all like, no animal products did it. So anything that says we're animal on it, they're pretty much not going to eat it, even if it's like just crackers. But if it's processed food, they're not going to eat that either.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. One of my friends is vegetarian. I asked her. She was like, as long as they don't wrap bacon around it, it'd be fine.
And I think it depends on like how vegetarian are they.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You know, because some people are like, I'm vegetarian. No, you're not. Stop lying.
All right. So my next question is to you: If you choke out a Smurf, what color would it turn?
If I choke out a what?
A Smurf.
Like the little blue thing?
Yeah.
Oh. What you mean if
Because it's blue. You know when somebody gets choked out, it turns blue, but it's already blue.
Oh, okay, mine be sparkles. It'd be like pink sparkles. I was so confused. I was like, what? Okay, but if I had to, it'd be like pink and sparkly.
Okay.
Mhm. If it sparkles, it's good.
All right. Next question. Yeah. Let's say you about to get into a fight. What'll be your soundtrack song to fight to?
Nuck if you buck. Yeah. Yeah.
That's your winning song.
I don't even know if it's the winning song. It's just the one that, yeah.
I would go with Ludacris, "Move, Bitch." That'd be my shit.
Or Hail Mary.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's a little deep though. It's okay. It's okay. I try not to be violent though
Okay.
anymore. But you know
Anymore.
anymore.
All right. So are you a part of the Illuminati and whatsoever?
Hell no. I'm
Why?
Baptist.
Why not? It seemed like a lot of fun though.
No. There are just some lines you don't cross. And I'm not saying it is real, but I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
it's not. I'm saying I'm not trying to find out.
Yeah.
Uh,
You ain't never got that like a DM in your IG
Nope.
asking to be in it?
mm-mm.
I got it a
Ain't
couple
no.
times. I entertained it a little bit.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. And then what happened?
All they did was respond and saying, you can come join us, make more money, show the
Sell your soul.
yeah, basically.
No,
It was funny to me.
That never sounds good to me.
Yeah, it was funny to me. All right, so I got another question.
Okay.
All right, this one is like really bizarre. So,
Okay.
all right, so let's say you driving, right, and you hit a pothole. It just messes up your car completely.
Okay.
Do you think you should be allowed to call the police and have that pothole arrested?
Hell yeah. He shouldn't have his ass in the street. Yeah. That should be illegal.
Yeah,
Or-
it really should.
Or the city should pay for it.
Yep.
If it totally messes up my car, yeah. The pothole gets arrested and I get, they get to fix it for free.
They leave them potholes there for a long time too.
Yeah. That's okay though.
All right, my last question is, I usually ask this question to a lot of people. So,
Okay.
do you think angels get high?
I don't know. I used to think about that. Like when Marvin Gaye went to heaven and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's probably real high right now. So I guess, yeah. I thought about it once or twice.
Think they up there puff passing?
Yeah, like all the musical greats and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like a curfew though. There's like a certain time slot you can do that in.
It's a curfew in heaven.
Yeah, for smoking. Jesus like, okay, now put it down. And go to your post. Go watch your peoples. Yeah.
All right. Now, how did you feel though after those questions?
Oh, I like questions like that. Cause I'm weird anyway, so
Okay.
they weren't even that weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd probably be questions I'd talk with Dilcia about, or Alexis, my best friends. We have weird conversations. It's cool though.
All right. So, what's some of your strengths and weaknesses when it comes to modeling and like acting?
I think my strengths are that I'm very ambitious.
Okay.
And I'm a hustler, so I'm never gonna wait for a door to be opened for me.
Mm-hmm.
I will go and open it myself. And I think that's a part of my appeal to people and working with people is that I am so hungry and I'm so driven that they see that, and I think that's a part of like my appeal. But I do think, hands down, one of my downfalls is that I'm so critical of myself. Like I'm almost my worst enemy.
Okay.
'Cause I want everything to be perfect. I want everything to look good, sound good, to a point where it's like overdoing it, and I'm not trusting that I've done my homework on it. So I think that's my only, that's like my only weakness, but that's a really big weakness, that can be spread out over a couple of different topics.
Are you doing anything to improve on it?
Yes. I think that has been my biggest struggle is, putting myself down or thinking that I'm not good enough. Working out has helped me a lot. I'm not always like 100% on track with working out, but what it does for me is it helps to release any of those bad energies when I'm in the gym, and to like recenter myself. That's kind of like my meditation or some form of like stress relief.
Okay.
So yeah.
So how many days a week you usually work out?
Well, between my good months, 3 to 4.
Okay.
And when I'm struggling to get to the gym, between like 1 and 3.
Okay.
So, because it's like a lifestyle, being an actress or a model or anything like that. And it's not always going to be perfect. You're not always going to have it all together. So I try to, when I can, I do. But I know that if I'm like struggling at one point in time, to not stress about it,
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you I don't know if it's happened to you or not, but how do you like handle a situation where a photographer does not properly direct you?
I don't know if I've ever had that problem because, like I said, I studied my craft, so
Okay.
I used to watch hours and hours of America's Next Top Model or Victoria's Secret fashion show. So I don't think I've ever had to be directed. And when they do, I think I take direction well. Now, there's always, you can always learn and improve, but I try to be very picky with my photographers as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is there any downfalls to being a model and actress?
Yeah, your whole life is based around your look. Like that's your bread and butter. 'Cause with acting, some roles I had to learn, like it has nothing to do with your actual acting. Sometimes people will get roles because of what they look like. Because the writers, in their head, they imagine that, Susie is going to be, dark hair and green eyes, or Abby is going to be, blonde hair, blue eyes. With modeling, it's just, it's actually a lot harder now because of social media, because everybody can be a model.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Everybody can get attached to brands and work with it, so you really have to know your brand and know like what you bring to the table. So yeah.
Okay. So when you're not working, doing your model, acting, what do you like to do?
I mean, that's pretty much it. I do like to go out. I'm a mini party animal. That or sleep.
Okay.
Because I work, 5 days a week, and then on my off days I have films or photo shoots. So I really enjoy what I do. So not only is it a job for me, but it's a hobby. So I enjoy getting ready for shoots, or I enjoy going to auditions. Like,
Okay.
It's fun for me.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your Mira organization.
So, I think every female, I mean males too, but females, we all go through a point where you don't necessarily feel good about yourself because of what the media portrays you're supposed to be looked at. So I went to school in Prairie View, and then I had to come back to finish school in Nashville. And when I came back, I was so depressed. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then that's when I decided to get back into modeling. And I would have girls come up to me and saying, hey, how can I get started? I would love to do this, da-da-da-da. And it kind of just, I actually had a TV show on TSU's campus.
Okay.
And it was, the Mira TV show. And we would talk about, female topics. So we'd start with the light stuff, hair, makeup, and then get into, the heavy stuff. And from there, I saw that a lot of girls were interested. And I just decided, I was like, hey, I'm going to turn this to an organization where, I can help girls become models. And it started off really light for me. Like, I just wanted girls to join and to, get self-esteem. But then as I kept growing, I realized I really wanted to just help young women, who actually wanted to do this. Because working with females it's a lot, So, and I was doing it by myself.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, why the name Mira?
Because I always wanted it to be like, who are you looking at when you first come into the organization? Like looking at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And then who do you look at yourself as when you leave the organization?
Okay.
So the goal was always you come in one way, but you're going to leave another way. And so we used to do fashion shows and photo shoots, but we also would go out into the community and help them with their resumes and go to business events. So it was really preparing you and helping you to be a young businesswoman.
Okay.
And that modeling was just kind of like the icing on the cake for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So let's get into another song real quick, and we'll be right back. More with Dutchess on You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
Love me, believe. Do as you please.
welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. All right, so Dutchess, I got like probably about 3 more questions for you.
Okay.
All right, so you got a favorite clothing brand?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
For me, I was never really into clothes because I'm like a size 0.
Okay.
0, 0.
What about, you got shoes? What about shoes? Okay.
Now makeup, I got you.
What's your favorite makeup then?
I love MAC. And, well, I'm gonna just say a store. I love Sephora.
Okay.
But clothes, if I had to pick a clothing brand, currently, I'd probably say Fashion Nova. And I know that's so cliche, but their clothes actually fit. You know, like, my waist is non-existent. So it's always hard to, like, find clothes. And I think that they cater to all sizes, which is really dope. So I'm going to just say they got my vote for right now.
Okay. So what else ventures are you trying to get into right now?
I'm in so many things that I'm trying to not get into anymore. So on top of modeling and acting, I got my start with hosting. I said that Mira was a TV show first, and I got my degree in mass communications. So I'm trying to get back into hosting, red carpets, event shows. But I also love writing scripts, film scripts. So, but then on top of that, I like to direct and produce. So I've got my hand in a lot of different things, and I'm trying to, like, not overdo it.
Okay.
Because I'll just be like, I have so much to do, and it'll be all my fault. So.
Okay. All right, my last question is to you. What's one piece of advice that you want to give anybody, or even like little girls that look up to you, that's trying to do the same thing you're doing?
I would say know your brand, and stick with it.
Okay.
Just because, in this day and age, like, you can get caught up so quickly and trying to look like other people because you see that's who is successful. But there's always a phase. There's always, like, a point where this is popular, but then next week it won't be. So if you know who you are and you know your brand, you'll always be an original.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's very good. All right, so getting to that point of the show where I let my guests ask me any type of question. So, Duchess, do you have a question for me?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about it during all, like, the little breaks. What made you want to start your own podcast?
I get this question a lot too. Yeah, I just wanted to give another platform, make another platform besides social media, Facebook, and all that. So I wanted to make another platform for myself to showcase what I got going on, music and other businesses. And I wanted to give other people, like guests, the opportunity to showcase what they got going on, they got coming up in the future, music, whatever you got going on. I just wanted to give everybody an opportunity because I know everybody does music here in Nashville or whatnot. So I'm like, I want to do something different. So I was like, I want to do a podcast.
That's dope.
Give everybody an opportunity.
I asked you, a second ago, but I got to ask you again. Where did you come up with the name? Because I was like, oh my gosh, this is from Mean Girls. And you're like, no.
Yeah. I've seen that movie before. It's been a long time ago, though, but I forgot that was in there. But
I know it by heart.
Yeah. I don't know. I just bought this hat that had You Can't Sit With Us, and that always stuck with me. So that's where that really came from, my hat. But everybody that listens to this, they say, that's what they assume is the Mean Girls. Yeah, but that's where it came from, really, a hat, honestly.
What else do you do outside of your podcast?
Shit, really just chilling. Work out when I can, play basketball.
Okay.
Live
life.
Huh?
Live life?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, travel a lot. Yeah, I like traveling a lot, so.
I think your vibe that you put out is awesome. I was
Thank you
just
so
over here
much.
chilling, my man stance and whatnot.
Thank you. Thank you.
What do you want? What do you want artists to take away from your podcast or people that you interview?
I want them to take away that it's a fun time. It's not I'm not trying to be serious and over serious. They have other podcasts. You want to be serious and all that. I want you to have fun doing this. I want it to be a vibe. I want you to just relax and just chill.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it's just a vibe to it. It's not.
And the vibe is everything.
Yeah.
If the vibe is not right, it's time to go.
Exactly.
I think that's it. But I
Okay.
think I have one more. I just can't remember. Let's see. So my last question is, what is your ultimate goal with your podcast? Where do you want it to be at eventually?
Eventually, I want to have like my own studio where I could do it at,
Yeah.
even if it's at like a radio station somewhere, or
Okay.
just my own little spot somewhere where I could just bring in guests and just same thing I'm doing now, but I want to be better and bigger at what I do, and just have multiple people come in and like every now and then be a live interview, and just bigger and better than what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Well, I think those are all my questions. You answered them beautifully.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for being on the show again, though.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Um,
Awesome.
You want to give any shout outs? Matter of fact, how long you been knowing Dulcia?
That was gonna give my shout out to. I met Dulcia 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. We met actually when I was still doing my organization, Mira.
Okay.
And she at the time was her organization was called Besos Models, and she had a modeling organization as well. So I don't know how we linked up, but we did at one of my events, and she's just a girl boss. Like, she's always been on her stuff, and I was her vibe attracted me. So we've been kind of like doing working together, doing business and stuff for a couple of years. And now she's like gonna be my manager, so I'm like really
dope.
excited.
Dope.
She's gonna be my Kris Jenner.
Christian.
But yeah, it's just I don't feel like there's enough females in Nashville or just in general that that work together and that are trying to build each other up. And so I think that's just why we get along so well. Iron sharpens iron.
No, yeah. Shout out to her being in the studio with us too. So
Shout out. Hey, Bill.
Yeah. Thank her for setting up this interview too.
Yes, thank you, Miss Dulcia, for setting up the interview, for allowing me this opportunity, and for just being a boss every day, all day.
And do you want to shout out your social media or anything else?
Yes. My social media is officially Dutchess, and Dutchess is spelled Duchess. That's my Facebook, my Instagram, and Snapchat. So real simple, and yeah.
I bet. You got to follow me back too. I followed you too.
Oh,
so
you did?
Yeah.
Did you just do it?
Nah, like maybe yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I gotta go look.
Okay.
My bad. My badness.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, as always, Ambitious. You can follow me at Ambitious1K on Instagram. Follow my production group, Threshold Brace, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow me. Check out that remix we did to Taylor Dahlia's Straitjacket, though. Definitely a cool thing we did. And we got more music coming soon. We got beats, too. So if any artists out there looking for beats, hit us up. Until next time, You Can't Sit With Us Radio. I am out. Psst. Psst. Hey, you listening to this right now. If you like what you heard, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. If not, I'm going to come find you. And my name is Ambitious, so I'm going to find you. Don't play with me. Bye.
Threshold Brace Productions.